Welcome back to the channel, guys. So for this episode, I wanted to touch on a company that seems to be getting more traction. I've heard about it for I think it's been a couple years since I've heard about it. One of my homeboys is the main reason I know about it. It's essentially a Twitter. I don't want to say clone or ripoff, but this platform essentially was it's kind of like an offshoot from Twitter, if you can say that, and we'll get into why. But the company is called BlueSky. It's a new social media platform that is again very much like Twitter. It does a lot of the same things that Twitter does, if not everything that Twitter does. But there are some key differences between this company BlueSky and Twitter, and why the creators, who by the way, the engineers behind it, they are former Twitter engineers or ex engineers. So they know what they're doing when it comes to creating this platform and setting it up in a way that is beneficial or just more comfortable for everyday users. So just real quick, we're going to touch on what Blue Sky is, why it was created, and we'll wrap it up from there. Blue Sky is a decentralized social media platform that offers a microblogging experience similar to Twitter. It does a lot of the same stuff that Twitter does. It was originally created as an initiative or a project within Twitter, but eventually it became its own entity altogether. And one of the engineers from Twitter that ended up helping, or playing a role in creating Blue Sky, his name is Jack Dorsey. And he says that Blue Sky aims to redefine how we experience social media. One of the key details of it is that it has a very familiar interface to Twitter or X. So it's meant to be inviting. That way, you don't feel like when you jump from one platform to another, that you're going to have to learn the platform all over again. He says it's very similar to what Twitter is, it currently is. So the main detail when it comes to Blue Sky that made it attractive and that the engineers felt the need to create it was to make it decentralized. Blue Sky was created in response to growing concerns about the control that large corporations have over social media in general, in this case, the Twitter platform. There were issues like content moderation, data privacy, which is a big one, algorithmic transparency have been hot topics, especially after some of the recent changes with Twitter. Pretty much everyone agrees that ever since Elon Musk bought Twitter, that it's just been worse than ever. It was already getting very annoying with the ads. I would say the adult content that you don't ask for, and that's currently nothing against SWs. I'm not sure if I want to say the S word. No, none against SWs. X is essentially free promo site for SWs more than anything. It used to be like Instagram where you could promote your regular business, clothing, art, and all that stuff. Honestly, if you're not an SW, I don't see a reason for you to be on Twitter in terms of business. If you're on there just for the heck of it, if you're on there even to get some news to a degree, to enjoy the content that gets put on there, the Discord, I ain't gonna lie, I do like the drama that be happening on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. But if you're one of those people, then that's cool. But when we're talking about business stuff and you promote stuff, honestly, if you're not an SW, primarily an SW that doesn't mind, getting a little risque, then yeah, I don't see a reason for you to be on there like that as a business person. So, yeah, those are just some of the reasons. And to address some of those reasons, the ads and the big corporations, their influence and their adult content, which is a big difference between Blue Sky and Twitter. Let me put y'all on for those who don't know that that's not going to be there. To address all of that is why the engineers behind Blue Sky decided to address the decentralized model so that it allows users to choose basically what content you can choose, specifically what content and subject matter you want to see. And it goes so far as it says you can host your own servers, foster a more open and flexible ecosystem, all that stuff. So you have, so much more control over your experience on this platform, which is pretty much um the main detail that was supposed to be addressing in the creation of Blue Sky. With Twitter or X, you don't have near as much control when it comes to what you see, when you see it, how you see it. The stupid refresh thing that happened ever since Elon Musk took over is terrible. It's meant to address all of that, which I haven't signed up for it yet. I might. I don't really care for being on any more social media platforms, but so another key difference is it's supposed to have community driven governance on the platform. So one of the standout features of Blue Sky is that it has a commitment to be community driven and have community driven moderation. Unlike centralized platforms, so again, Twitter or X, platforms where decisions about content policies are made by a select few and then everyone else has to abide by it. So it's more of a, I guess you can say like a top down type of system where it starts, the people at the top that are important and make all the decisions and most likely make all the money. They say what's going to go, and then everyone else just follows suit. Versus Blue Sky encourages user participation in shaping the platform's rules and governance. So this is meant to create a healthier online environment, especially when we're approaching 2024 election. This is one of the key examples to why Blue Sky was created. Because honestly, if you're on Twitter and you're going back and forth with someone trying to have like an actual like debate of some kind, like some social stuff, politics, even if it's just entertainment opinions and stuff like that. One of the most annoying things that has killed Twitter for me is that you really do not know who's a real person and who's not, who's a bot. And I don't know if Blue Sky is going to have that same issue. I hope not. I'm sure there's going to be some bots on there. I just hope they don't run it because, as far as I'm concerned, X is run by bots. But that's a larger issue outside of X because it's been confirmed, or at least from what I've seen and heard online when I've just looked around watching videos and stuff, that I want to say at least, if not over 50% of all internet traffic these days are bots. They're not even real people. So you may be going back and forth with someone that you think is a someone that's really a something and you don't know that. And you can usually tell because a lot of the bot accounts recycle a lot of the same comments and stuff. And I guess the speech or write patterns are basically the same. So it's not always hard to tell, but sometimes you just don't know, or maybe just get that passionate. So, Blue Sky, I hope that's something that's super easy for them to address, and bots don't take it over. Because I actually like to see debate. I ain't gonna lie, I do like seeing people argue in a healthy manner. It depends on what we're talking about. If it depends on nerd stuff that I'm into, or even if it's important stuff such as politics or anything that's tied to the economy, then I want to see people in a healthy way, like no bigotry or just disrespect of any kind, go back and forth. And I don't care if it's on, a social media platform. I'm not one of those people that's like, man, you be arguing on social media, this and that, da da. And it's like lame. It's like, to me, it's lame depending on how it's carried out. It's not like inherently like you be going back and forth with people on Twitter about politics and crap like that, and you're terrible. Like, no, because a good amount of information that I learned before Twitter went complete to crap, and really social media in general came from other people who were like put me on the books and all this other stuff. I got bookmarks that have books, for me to read, and screenshots and all that stuff. So, you can come across good stuff on social media. I'm not like you want to go back and forth with people online and it's all terrible. It's like, no, like how is it happening? And also these days, is it a real person to begin with? And Blue Sky is supposed to address that in particular. So that's something that's tempting that makes me want to sign up for it. But we'll see. Because if I end up signing up for Blue Sky, I'm probably gonna end up deleting Twitter. Ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, guys, that was just a quick summary over what Blue Sky is, where it came from, who's behind it, and a little bit about why they felt the need to create this platform that's very similar to Twitter. Again, I'll probably end up signing up for it. I don't know what you guys will do. Let me know what your opinions are, what your thoughts are on it, in the comment section below. And let me know. Would you sign up for it? Do you think you really don't care? Is it needed? Is it not needed? All that stuff. You guys go ahead and let me know. All right, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one.